Hello, my name is Gregtech82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just plodding along here, moving all my the multi-blocks here. I've been kind of delaying this one because how am I gonna gotta figure out like how do I keep this in order so I remember like which ones go in. I think it was that way, wasn't it? Why don't we do what we do 5? And then I'll do like these in order. So that one there. That one there. That one with that one. That one and that one. Yeah. So, I mean, this is really easy stuff, but just kind of trying to keep it organized so I don't make it more difficult for myself. I can probably break all this down. I'm gonna have to get a new where did I end up with all these bricks? No idea where those all came from. I'm probably gonna have to get a new interface, I think. Because I am not using the import buses anymore. Alright, and then this is, we can probably get rid of this. Alright, so we'll head over and just kind of start doing this. Hopefully I've kind of figured out why I was struggling with that when I originally built it. Oh, and I also moved the garden pool from over there to here. Only problem is whenever I go back, I end up in the original place again. So if I like click on this, I'm over here still. Like that doesn't seem to want to change. It's probably linked to like that coordinate, and then wherever you place this, it's linked to the same coordinate on this side. That's I'm assuming that's how it works, but yeah. So yeah, I moved over. We got the wire mill, the extruder, both forming presses. I just realized, don't you need to? I'll worry about that in a second. I think you need to use a thing to change it from a forming press or something, don't you? Let me get this crafted though before we start messing with that. I guess we'll do it on this side. It's going to be in a different order, but I never really remembered which order the other one was in. All right, so first one like that, and then we'll do diamond. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Went up. I don't think it's gonna work, and we'll see how it works. Anyway, so diamond, this and that were diamond. Next one, dry. Hammer, and then the air lens. All right, so that's actually not too terrible. I did have, I'd forgotten. Oh, we're good. That I had upgraded these two machines to. Oh, right. I set up the dictionary. I totally forgot that I had some of these in my A system. I don't know how they never got used, but Does this need to be controller front centered? Yeah, it can just be wherever, I guess. Didn't mean to fall down there, but oh well. And once I get this set up, I'll just show off what the basement looks like. Muffler. And then these 9 will be... I feel like I'm missing... Oh, yeah, of course. So that goes there, and then this goes in front. Alright. Obviously we're missing part of it, so it's not gonna... Well, it's set up, but... yeah, as we can see, this is kind of like a good... You can see like it's checked these two for the multi-block, and then it's like, yeah, that works, so it's changed the textures, but this one is not. So I'm assuming it checked this, like it checked this block, and it was like, nope, that's not the multi-block, so it failed the check. So I think it's gonna go like up, and then it'll go up and up, kind of like that. So what I'm thinking is if you don't have the circuit in the one, like if I didn't put a circuit in this one, these wouldn't work. That's kind of my guess. It's a bit of a, I mean, it's not like a, I don't know if that would be considered a bug. It's just kind of a quirk of the multi-block. You kind of have to work around it. I mean, not undoable here, but it's still a bit annoying. Anyway, yeah, let me get the rest of this stuff up and we will meet back at the other base. All right, as expected, it does look like it's checking kind of like that. So if I place this one right here, these two should switch over. Yep, there it goes. All right, so yeah, so basically if you're doing this with multiple input hatches, you have to go up kind of like that. I could try, well, I don't feel like testing it right now, but wait, how am I doing this? Gotta make sure I keep this organized. All right, so let's do that one. So that goes in there. In there. Hopefully I got this all right. I think I did. But yeah, all right. How do I want to do this now? That's the annoying part of this is there's 9. And these single cables can only hold 8. I guess we'll have to do... Well, actually I can do... Yeah, we'll do this. Do I even have enough? Dang it, I don't have enough dense cable. Need to go break some down in the other... I'm trying not to craft so much of it, because then I'm going to end up with just hundreds of extra cabling from breaking everything down in the new base, or the old base. So I could probably find something to break down around here. I think I'm moving that one over actually, so why don't we just get ahead and get rid of all this. Yeah, all right, I got everything. Yeah, so basically this is all I've been doing for, I think about 2 hours. I've been trying to just move stuff over and reorganize and put down cabling and realize it's not the most ideal, and then moving it and all sorts of stuff. It's just taking quite a long time. It's fun, but it's definitely taking longer than I was thinking it would, for sure. I think if you break just this with the pickaxe, it'll break the whole cable. We'll probably do, how do I want to do this? These are completely unnecessary. I can just have like all the cables connected in a big square, but I don't know, for some reason that kind of bugs me. No, I need that there. Let me just put these all in my... Yeah, I think that'll work. Is that enough? Yeah, because I have 3 going down there. All right. Did that kind of really weird, but oh well. This should all have... Come on. Yeah, alright, so everything has it. Alright. No, this doesn't. That was... annoying. I'm just gonna leave it. Where did this go? Over here. Didn't... No. Wow, this is like turning into like a way big ordeal here. Wow, that was way too complicated. Or I made that way more complicated than it needs to be. Basically, I did the 6 going down into the dense cable, and then I connected the 3 up top. That's what I was trying to do in the first place. I kind of built these too close together. I think I should have made them 3 apart when I planned this out, but hey, well. So there is that one. I have the last machine, I think. All right, so if we go underneath, I have 30 channels over here, so I only have room for 2 more. And all that is the wire mill, the extruder, and the bending machine or forming press. That's just those 3 machines alone cause 30 channels. So I left a couple open in case I need to add more over here for plates, because I am like full up almost, not completely, but I can add extra. I can add 2 more channels, and then I created a new P2P network coming in here. So yeah, this used up... I knew I was going to use a lot of channels in this building, but it kind of used a bit more than I was actually thinking it was going to. Just because I think the extruder uses like 15 alone, so there's 10 there. And I think there's another 5 on this side. Yeah. No, there's 6 on there. So yeah, that uses 11, right? 10 and 6, yeah. So that uses almost a half a channel just for 1 machine. But anyway, let me go and pull over. I think I'm gonna do the mixer next. Now, the mixer... I've had kind of issues with clashing recipes on this, and from testing, it doesn't appear that it even matters if you put them in separate input buses with different circuits. Like, none of that matters. I could put tin in this one, I could put copper in this one, and it would still clash. So what I'm thinking is I may end up just kind of doing 1 input bus. Oxygen we don't need. So I may end up, well, it depends how many. Yeah, water I probably will do for making the IC2 coolant. It's just so much faster. Yeah, let me break this down and kind of figure out the best way to do this. All right, so I've gone ahead and brought my the mixer over, and I also brought my distillery and the autoclave because they're kind of like joined together. Yeah, but basically the reason I did this is because I need the distilled water. And actually, now that I'm like thinking about this, oh, it would be, yeah, of course. I was thinking like, oh, is there a big distillery? Of course, it's distillation tower. I don't, well, actually, well, no, I don't think I need distilled water. I mean, I could just do a small one. It would only be like too high, wouldn't it? Just curious. Probably not going to do this, but apparently oxygen and hydrogen equal distilled water. I mean, I know it's hydrogen. No. It's 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen is regular water. Apparently 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen is distilled water. Yeah, so the regular one would just be, it'd be too tall. Like a 3 by 3 by 2, I guess it would be. I don't know. I don't think I really have a need for... It'd only be like... It would only be that big. Just for making distilled water. I mean... I don't have a need for it like that much. I'm not... Maybe at some point I will, but I'm just gonna basically let that run. Now this is exactly what I said I didn't want to do, is have a fluid storage bus. I'll just get rid of that. I have no idea what that was for. Looked like nitric acid or something. I wonder if it was pulling out even though it had a filter on it. Maybe it just can't insert it with the filter. But it can pull out wood. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to get that going, and once everything backlogs, like once this fills up enough, and once the other thing I have it hooked up to, which is the mixer, once that fills up, then that should just turn off. See if, yeah, so this is filling up, although that is an MV energy yet, so there's quite a lot in there. So that's going to take a little while, but yeah, as of right now, it's not too bad, but yeah, actually I can definitely feel it. It's like very, very slightly laggy. And I think it's because it's pulling it into the system, not putting it like in a drive and then immediately pulling out. I think that is... I'm assuming that's how like the fluids work with the fluid, the extra cells or whatever. Like it's pulling in and then immediately outputting, but it's not going through a cell. Like if I had a cell of distilled water, I don't think it would be like causing lag, but I can feel it just like very slightly, like it feels like I'm dropping like a frame here and there kind of thing. That's it. I don't even know if it's noticeable on the recording, but I can definitely feel a little bit of lag there. So yeah, that is basically the only reason I decided to do that, is because this is all going to backlog and this won't be running. Because the only thing I'm putting the distilled water in is the mixer, and I'm not even running that. The only reason I have it going in there is for IC2 coolant. But yeah, so I think we've about finished this building. I was planning on maybe making it, adding one more, but I don't actually know about what we got. So we got 25 channels here. I could add another one, actually. Yeah. And I think because the implosion... Well, we got 7... Actually, we don't have 7 channels. Now that I'm thinking about that. Yeah, because the explosion only has... Does it have 2? Don't remember. Go take a look at the implosion. All right, that's the output bus, input bus. Yeah, this only has 2. Actually, I could add this. Why don't I break this down and we'll add... You know what, actually though, I kind of want to... I'm actually gonna create another input bus, like a... Yeah. And then have it auto-crafting industrial TNT, I think I want. I think I want to do it that way. But yeah, let me cut here and we'll come back. All right, we got that set up, but yeah. I haven't completed this structure here. As we can see, I have an input bus, an output bus, and another input bus. If we go underneath, the one in the old base had an EV energy hatch, so I don't want to put an EV, because then I'd have to put another transformer, yada yada yada. I'm gonna keep this IV and up, I think. But I just haven't crafted the IV energy hatch yet. So yeah, so I just have that. I will wait to, or when I get the chance, I will craft that up. I don't need the implosion compressor right now, but I added just a little bit extra onto that. I thought kind of like an L-shaped would be a little bit different kind of shape for a building as opposed to like just a bunch of different squares. But I have kind of decided that I want to, well, I've wanted to do this for quite a while. They've just been a bit expensive, but looking at this, I have 25 channels over here, plus the 3 that I'm about to add. So that's 28. So I have 4 channels, and we got 2 over there. So I have 6 free channels, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm short 2, it looks like. I was thinking I was short only 1. I wonder if there is... Well, I don't actually need... Never mind. I don't need to do every single one. What I'm talking about is actually the maintenance hatches. I want to upgrade them to the advanced ones. And they are quite expensive, and I don't know... I'm trying to think, because like I don't run these constantly, so I'd probably be better off actually doing that on a machine that is running permanently, a multi-block, like maybe the blast furnace, but even the blast furnace doesn't really get... I know one that I could, is the power substation that's running like constantly. Although I don't know. The other one would be on all these. Once I move these over. I think I'm gonna move this over, I think. This setup. I like this setup. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, so I'll want to replace all these with the advanced maintenance sections. Anyway, let's take a look at advanced... I think it's that, right? Maintenance hatch, is it? I can't remember. It's always the second one. What is it called? Auto maintenance, not advanced. All right, so basically you build this and then you supply it with 4 duct tape, 4 lubricant cells, 4 steel screws, and 2 advanced circuits. So the biggest issue is actually crafting this thing. So the LEV machine hull, no problem. 2 maintenance hatches, no problem. These 2 robot arms, though, are... And these 4, I mean, that's 4 ZPM circuits. That's pretty rough too, actually. And now that I have everything split all over the place, that is, that might be a bit tough. So let me, what I've kind of been doing is trying to move over everything like the most important stuff now, and I haven't done all the assemblers, so a lot of this circuit stuff I won't be able to do. Now actually, this needs ZPM circuits, so I'm gonna want to, it's a crystal processor, what is it again? Crystal computer, that's crystal computer, that's what it's called. All right, so I want to upgrade it to this because it's going to use less things, I think. I do have this all set up, so I actually am going to have to craft up this stuff first. But let me just curious, ZPM circuits. If I want to do one ZPM circuit, what are we kind of missing here? Right. So we need the chemical reactor for the circuits and the assembler. I haven't set up the chemical reactor part yet, but that I think is pretty much all these circuit parts. So much stuff I need to build here. Let me figure out where I want to put the chemical reactors. This is a kind of a... Oh, I know. Okay. I just had a thought. Maybe I can do... Maybe we'll do all the assembler stuff in one building, like a little building. The only problem with the small building is I'm doing P2P channels that aren't using 32 channels, so it's a bit of a waste. But what if I do that? Then maybe the sulfuric acid, the iron chloride, I'll have that in there. Glowstone, I'll have that. Soldering iron, I think I'll set that up. And then... yeah, I think I'll do that all in one building, I think. Yeah. Maybe the soldering iron, glowstone, we'll get that going. And then I really gotta figure out what I'm doing with these. All my different assemblers. Because this is a total bottleneck, just trying to use this for all these. And we're not quite at the assembler multi-block, but maybe I can leave room in there for the assembler multi-block. All right, let me kind of figure this out. Need this. No, these two I would. I could do this actually in a chemical reactor. I kind of like this little setup I have though. It's just two machines and this produces iron chloride. It's super easy. Right, so let me figure this out and we'll come back. All right, I am back over the new base. And done some planning here, mostly just planning for the moment. And this is kind of what I've come up with. I kind of like having pipes kind of all over the place. I don't know, it just kind of gives it a kind of a factory vibe. Obviously, I'm not going to be using small wooden pipes. I'm just using these to, I had a bunch of them, to plan out kind of what I am thinking here. So this is going to be where the circuits are made. In this one, I could throw a thing down there. Actually, I don't need a sign. I know the what's going on there. So this is going to be making sulfuric acid. I think I have two. Yeah, the input hatches are over there. Why don't I just do this so I can see them better? So hydrogen sulfide, oxygen is going to go in here. Sulfuric acid will come out of there into here. Then all the different parts that I'm going to need. Gallium arsenide, glowstone, vanadium gallium, nequata. These are going to be fluid extractors, and I don't know. It's going to take me a while, but I kind of want to have this backlogged. Like, have it just tell it to always put nequata in here, but obviously that's going to take 64 ingots to fill that up, and then I would have to melt it all down, and then fill up all the pipes, and put it in there. So that's talking like a long, long time from that. I could maybe come up with a Steve's Factory Manager kind of thing. That would tell it to, if I'm crafting this item, put 4 Naquata in here and put 2 Gallium in here and then have it sent over just for that item. That is definitely a possibility. I'd have to do it underneath or something. I can't do it underneath actually because the pyro lines are going to go underneath. Yeah, and then we'll move our little iron chloride setup over here. Now, I think I'm also going to do... trying to decide kind of how big to make this building. I don't want to make it too big, but I think we're gonna do... let's see, where does that... that goes to... yeah, that goes to there. That's a bit annoying. I kind of like having them separated. Just so it can reach... well, I'm probably not going to have... if I do multiple... these are my assembly machines, basically, is what I was kind of going for. Unless I do them, like... I just don't like how that's... I could move this over one. Maybe I'll do that. Just so it's kind of even. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll think about that. But that is... yeah, these are going to be the assembly line. I think that's good for this building, though. So we'll get all the circuit things. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, do crystal... these don't need anything special, right? But even like the crystal... no, like none of this is... these are just... I think the circuit boards, no, or iron chloride, and then... yeah, I don't think we need anything else. Oh, I did... there is... the power... I don't remember what they're called. Find them. So, like, these things. Alright, so we got our regular ones. Those are easy enough to make. The green ones need the vanadium gallium. We got that set up. The yellow ones need the Naquata. We got that set up. The question is these more difficult ones. I think it's this one is next. CPM, UV. Okay, so this is the next one basically. That's kind of what I was looking at. All right, so that is just europium dope wafer. All right, so that actually doesn't need... yeah, that doesn't need the chemical reactor like these two do. What about this one? All right, see, this one would. So I may want to... I don't know. Oh my god. 64 indium gallium. Holy cow, is that a lot? I think I do need some of these, don't I? For something, the fusion... So maybe I should leave space for molten samarium in there, maybe? What about quantum? And those don't. All right, so that kind of answered my question. I need to leave room for one more input hatch, if I can, actually. Oh, I'm thinking about it. Maybe I can't. I have 2 input buses and an output bus. Worst case scenario, if I can't do this, I can always replace one of the input buses kind of thing. Why don't we just do and see if it works, actually. Will that form? All right, I think it did form. Yeah, all right. You never know with how many like inert casings. I think it needs 11, but I don't have no idea how much on there. All right, so that'll be samarium. And yeah, I think that should be good for the circuits. Obviously, this is going to take me some time to move stuff over, get everything hooked up. I don't even have any power coming over here yet. I don't even think I have a ZPM or a cable thing over here. So I'm gonna have to do that and clear out a little bit of a basement. I think I may actually, with these input hatches, do the tank of hydrogen sulfide. Like, I don't know, one of these, and I'll just have the tank here. Instead of having that like big long row of tanks, I'm gonna have them all split up basically. So this is where I need the hydrogen sulfide. We'll pipe it into here, and then I can just have it like automatically into the hatch, and then maybe do something with the oxygen. Yeah, because once this fills up with sulfuric acid, it's just going to void it. So that is another thing I might have to kind of sort out. I may do... That's going to take some figuring out. I may have to do like a tank and a level emitter kind of thing with that, but I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, next episode we'll come back, and hopefully we'll have the circuit machine kind of room set up, and finally I need to get my assembly line set up as well. So moving that is going to be a big old pain. But yeah, it's got to be done. Oh, and I got to move my blast smeltery, but that's not that big of a deal until I need to craft up another multi-block. But yeah, so we'll get this moved over, that moved over for the circuit parts. I want more than one of these two. Oh, right, I have different other machines in here too I didn't even think about, because these are used solely in... Yeah, this stuff is solely for circuits. Well, kind of. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. But that's it for this episode, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.